bricks, but this seems much more decisive. Sunny will go down, but a nice refrag, and Rops is next in line. So Woxic in a 1 versus 2, and yeah, this is amazing. Finnish Counter-Strike suddenly looking a little bit more tasty here. Last kill for Sergey, 16-6 as they take down mousesports on the first map. Dust 2 is going to be coming up next, but yeah, this is a powerful performance. Alu leading the charge. I think, what did he had? 18-6 in that first half in scoreline. Really, really quite something. So, great work for ence. We'll see how it goes on Dust 2 as well. That's going to be coming up as our second map after the break. So stay with us, and we will be right back.
Back with the CS Money Shot Style, where we talk skin style and everything Counter-Strike skins. Of course, it means we're back from Blast Premier. We've started the showdown, and that means a new collection of skins for us to talk about. But not all of them are going to be new. A little revisit is needed, I think. So we bring in Shocks. We're going to go ahead and dive into your inventory today. So I'm going to start off with the gloves. Okay, I think the gloves are the start of all skin inventories. You see them all the time. The specialist gloves, Crimson Kimono, the black and red style. How long ago did you get those? Do you remember?
Actually, it's pretty new. I think I got them since maybe 2 or 3 months, no more. And I just decided to buy them because I wanted some gloves which are red to come up with my M9 bayonet Crimson Web. But since then, I just changed to a butterfly Doppler, but it's still a bit red, so that's fine.
Listen, you know, you've got your AK-47 Fire Serpent, you've got your M4A4 Asimov as well, some older rifle skins, and I respect that. Do you plan on changing out any of your rifles anytime soon?
Definitely not anytime soon, except if there is a collection that I'm like, oh yeah, that's so sweet, so cool, I want it, you know. But so far, the new collection doesn't makes me really feel like I want new skins, you know. So I'm fine with them, just not because it's all, but just because, in my opinion, it's just the ones that I prefer. That's it.
Okay, so they did it well when the older skins came out, and you know what? I think that's Fire Serpent is going to be one of the best for a long time, personally.
Yeah,
listen,
definitely.
man. I want to close on what I found was very interesting about your collection, and that is something also sort of old that has come back into Counter-Strike as of late. That's the Tech-9 nuclear threat.
Yeah, talking about the skin, like I always loved the nuclear threat since it just arrived. It looks fresh, it looks new, it looks something that's cool, that not a lot of people got it, you know. So I actually got in my inventory as well the P250 nuclear threat, but I'm not playing with it at the moment.
Okay.
But I keep it in my inventory, you know.
Right, it's there in case you decide to make the switch.
Yeah.
I respect that, man. All right, so this is our first CS Money Shot Style back in with Shocks. We got the update, the 2020 version, and I appreciate you stopping by to talk skins with us, man. Yeah, let's leave this one here, and when you go ahead and buy that new M4 or new AK, I'll be sure to bring you back on the show.
Sure.
Twister, a much better game and a hugely impressive styling on mousesports' map pick. The first thing I wanted to get into with you is just looking at, I guess you expected mousesports to pick train because they've been playing it so much, but it's always been a key map for you guys. Definitely your changes worked into it. So was this just the kind of grouping of everything working of what you practiced here? And going into Dust 2, how confident do you feel? Because obviously a lot of times I find it to be quite a 50-50 map.
Yeah, well, Dust 2 will be a lot harder match, I'm sure of it. It was actually pretty nice to play train as CT for the first time in a long time, you know. But yeah, we're happy. We played it really good. We had a really good communication. We hit the shots, some amazing shots as well. But yeah, Dust 2 will be a tough match, and Dust 2 is always like the they still have like firepower and stuff. So it will come down to individuals like making big plays, probably, because the strat side will probably be thrown away at some point on this map, because it's well, you know, Dust 2 is Dust 2, so what can I say?
Dust 2 is Dust 2, exactly. We all know that feeling. But the thing is here, if you want to go back to how we've always characterized Dust 2 as a fragging map, there isn't anybody caught asleep this morning on ence. They're crushing face across the board, all of them hitting shots. Whereas over on mousesports' side, Woxic, Frozen, Chris, all kind of just looking a little lackluster right now. We need to see a bit more out of them going into this second map of the series. So, gents, here's the scoreboard. And Thorin, let's start with you. What did you take away from this first map? Because it was a bit of a one-sided affair.
Yeah, I mean, I actually like the comment Twister says there, because obviously they used to pick train. They never ever got to start CT side, did they? Always had to start the uphill challenge of T side. It says it all about how good the T side of mousesports is, that they still get 5 rounds, despite ence looking like the dream start. Like, everyone's hitting all their shots, everyone's winning their duels, everyone's aim is on. Meanwhile, as you said, Woxic had an appalling game on both sides. Robs did what he could, but that was not even close to enough. So listen, they got some T rounds. They absolutely capitulated the CT side completely. And in terms of, firepower, the area where actually ence have been a little bit unconvincing for me in this tournament, they massively outclassed the mousesports guys. It's mousesports who haven't turned up with anywhere close to the kind of big performance that we've seen, at least on halves earlier in the tournament.
Man, this highlight reel is just brutal. All of this op. I mean, this is what you were talking about, Maniac, going into this match. You know, this double op and how it works so well for ence. I mean, what do you do when you've got these guys just hammering you round after round?
I think the answer is in 2 parts. Right, the first part is, well, you need to shoot at them back, and if you compare the stats in the situation, right, you have Alu at the top of the world, 1.78, 21 kills, absolutely massive CT side. He had punishing mousesports time and time again. And then the other part of that equation is mousesports. They do have a raw style of Counter-Strike. That's how they roll. They want to take you by surprise. They want to pick up the pace. They want to be in your face. Well, if you have an AWP against you that feels it. And I think Olu is probably one of the best defensive AWP in that regard, at just holding lines, repositioning, holding another line. He hit all the shots. So you put 2 and 2 together and you have ence completely destroying mousesports.
It was a bit of a brutal affair.
Mousesports ended with something like 69 total kills for their entire team, which is not nice. Meanwhile, ence had something like 90 total kills. So, like, the differential is ridiculous there. And so, listen, you spread that across a match, you can still sometimes have a close game. But you saw it here, like, it took everything for Mousesports to win a round. They even had that classic scenario where you sometimes get into a site, but you never win any of the clutches. You can never do anything post-plant. So, like, luckily for them, it's just Dust 2 coming next. Because if this was somehow like a punish pick from ence coming up next, this will be a clean 2-0, no questions asked.
And is this where we continue to see that double AWP play? I mean, Dust 2, it feels like the map for that sort of style, that they could make it work in the past, like the Frenchman once upon a time, Maniac?
Yeah, I mean, the double AWP could be the answer for mousesports, but I had a clip for the CT side of mousesports that I wanted to highlight on trend, and I think it's going to be also valid on this too as well, if you can roll with it. See, this is the situation. 55 seconds left. Woxic has a lot of information outside. He's been poked. He doesn't have the control anymore. Meanwhile, Frozen has been pushed out of top as well. But look at the minimap. Just look at the radar up top left. There is no reaction coming in from the B bomb side. That is the issue for me. It's just too disjointed. It counts on people making the individual difference, and as soon as Frozen loses the first duel, that is it. Everything just falls apart. It's just, there is no safety net. Robs is coming in just right now in the link, but that's already too late. His kills has absolutely no impact. So this needs to change on Dust 2. I need to see mousesports actually moving in together as a unit, doing the wave. I lose this position, okay, then we retake another one. I'm in a bad position, I don't have utility, then come for me, give me a flash, help me out. You cannot just count on individuals making the difference, because what happens today, they don't show up, they get destroyed.
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, Thorin, what are you thinking about Dust 2 here? What's going to be the key? What's the key here for mousesports to try and turn it up? Is it going to be the wave, like Maniac describes, or do we need to look to a particular player?
I mean, it's a classic line, but this is Woxic's map. This is the map where he can absolutely destroy you on the T side. He's such a fast AWPer that he can punish those CT AWPs that almost certainly will be on the side of ence. But if Alu's going to outperform him like this, then there is no hope for mousesports. Like, I feel as though the ence guys now, they have no pressure on them at all. They're already fragging great, and now they're heading in a Dust 2. It's looking very nice for them.
Well, gentlemen, we actually have an extra minute here to go on. So, really, I mean, at this point, it's almost like I want to take score predictions. I was actually looking through right now to see if that was our most one-sided map that we've had so far, because they've all been 30 rounders pretty much this entire tournament long. That was 16-6. Dignitas did lose 16-5 to Mad Lions, so that kind of spoiled that little like anecdote, that little fun fact. But do you think it can be this one-sided again? Can we get that clean 2-0? I know for you guys, and your prediction's sake, you don't want that. But you know, over here on this side,
you're loving it. You are loving this part of the 7. So guys, do you feel like you're about to lose? And if so, by how much are you going to lose? No, listen, I think Duncan is right on the money. Woxic
I
is the
can't
man.
hide anything from you.
Woxic is the man. You know, if Woxic shows up, he does put up a fight, then you will not be laughing at the end of Dust 2. But I agree with Duncan, there is definitely a world in which we see a 2-0. Because in Diviors I fight up, Ali on Dust 2 is an absolute pain to play against. He'll peek in the double doors, he'll peek from catwalk, he'll peek down lower. He's going to do everything he can, and he's activated right now. He's feeling it. So if you're mousesports, you either wake up, you show up and you fight, or you roll over and you let ence go on with the gauntlet.
I think you're very right, Maniac. I think you're onto something. You know, Alu, he's a monster on Dust 2, and I think it's going to be a swift 2-0 victory, and me running a victory lap. But we got to take a break before we get into the action. So thank you, gentlemen, for the analysis. And right after the break, we'll be handing it over to Anderson Moses. And Moses, I heard that he's currently crying himself, to sleep at night. So we need to give him some hope. Go join him.
Please knife him.
Hey, how's it going, everybody at home?
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
For those of you guys who are tuning in, I want to give you a gist as to what this is. It's an interview about games inside a game.
I've got 2 more victims this week, and I can't wait to introduce them to you.
Yeah, he called me a noob. In 2016. Maybe it was just a joke, and then after that, I liked him again.
Jonas Gunderson is joining me today on the Hot Seat, the show where I'm going to ask very tough questions about NIP.
I'm a bit frightened by your intro there, but it's all right.
There's an Inner Cafe owner that paid me in Snickers bars to help fix people's PCs.
I usually have 20 to 25 minutes just stretching out the body.
Lige, it's good to see you, man. You're looking happy, you're looking healthy. Are you as happy and healthy as you look?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm going to take some questions from the chat. So there's a lot of guys out there asking you some specific questions. What would you say Rocker have brought to the table as a coach?
If Issa was in my chair right now, he would say, nothing.
So is everyone happy the Creed got taken down?
Oh, of course.
This volcano has yet to have been explored on any episode.
Living life on the edge, brother.
Does Issa go to the gym with you guys?
I'm gonna leave Issa out to dry here. Like, he's terrible at joining me and Alexia and Manto at the gym. He's been lazy as fuck. Sorry.
And then he walks past me and the entire back of his shirt is unironed. The whole back of his shirt.
If I keep it up, I might become the captain of the Valorant team, so holding my fingers crossed.
Mindset. I think for us it's a huge psychological thing.
And then you feet in the middle every single time. Let's go.
First time at Lobby, I actually insulted him in game. I'm sorry, Nico.
Did you call him a noob?
I actually did.
Okay, so I'm gonna...
Actually, I go first.
Okay, you can do it. I'm right behind you, man. I'm right behind you.
Oh, dear.
I just need a sip of my chocolate milk.
Maniac and Scorning. Hello, boys. You're back. Yeah. What's happened to Lourdes? Oh, he's back. He's back. He's absolutely fine. No, Lourdes. I'm so sorry.
I have forgiven you already.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
That's all you needed, man.
Good night.
All right. See you, dude. Well,
here we go. Potential rumors of you crying yourself to sleep at night, Jason, have emerged from the analyst desk. In response to that, the first map, the odds are heavily favoring ence now as opposed to earlier, where they were a little bit more even. But how do you feel? Any tears coming?
Not yet. Mostly just tired. But it's possible the tears will be flowing after this map. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if mousesports can recover. I don't even want to get into any analysis. Let's just see what they've got in this map, because it feels like everyone on that team needs to wake up. Rops had a great game. Kerrigan had some impact, but outside of those two players, not really a whole lot to speak about when you get into Frozen, when you get into Woxic and Chris J. The good thing to talk about for ence is they look great on that first map. Teamwork was there. They were very, very focused. Alu had a phenomenal game. Sergey had a phenomenal game. Sunny had a phenomenal game. So they're delivering in spades on all fronts at the moment. And mousesports have a huge job to do here on Dust 2.
Yes, they do. They need to prove that they still belong here, and if they can't prove it, they will actually just be thrown out as well. CT side for ence, T side on the mousesports side here, and they've got some smokes, which I mean is fine. If they could go and get that bomb down with probably almost no resistance on the A bomb side. If they find out, they might just run for it. It's the after plant, I think, that's going to be potentially interesting. And again, some of these smokes could be huge if they manage to put them down in the right positions. So let's see. Are they going to jump over with anyone here? They have flashbangs if they want to. They got the knives out. Rob's going to make a jump straight forward. Yeah, actually, Frozen going down, but there's a gap there, and he's down already. What a good start here for ence.
Oh, Kerrigan has to get this timing right. He's in trouble as well. That smoke's gonna fade. Alu's shooting from long. He needs to get aggressive now. He's between literally a rock and a hard place, and that is an impossible scenario. He slow played that smoke way too long. Rops with the P250 gets nothing done, and this looks like more of the same from Train. Dominance from ence.
Yeah, I mean, I think that drop down from mousesports is, probably works fine, but there's someone right on the other side of the smoke, and there was a gap. So yeah, this kind of a setup here was
I don't
great.
even think there was a gap. I think he saw the leg, I think, maybe over the top of the smoke, or maybe he just used the sound cue and got lucky. Whatever it might be, he shut it down in a great way. And then obviously, when you get that first kill, like Kerrigan has a decision to make. Like, is he going to hold the smoke for the run through? Is he going to push towards long and help them take it? And certainly when Alu adds a second kill towards Catwalk on top of that, there's just no real good options. Frozen has made his way out long. He's taken 45 damage for his troubles, and Alu is doing some fine shotgun work. And we're back in a 5-on-3 so quickly. mousesports getting banged out again.
And they actually had really great weapons going into this. I mean, they had a fair few AK-47s on the map. But again, before they even really set their feet in the round, they've already lost a couple of players and taken a lot of damage, and it's just... It all feels like it's happening too quickly for mousesports to really find a good plan for what they want to do. Now they're walking into a big crossfire here, all the attention on Aerial, but Sunny, he's just a step away from leaning into this fight with the M4. Yeah, they're going to start looking his way. They line up in front. A nice triple kill, taking them all down. That couldn't have been better.
No, that worked absolutely perfect. They were even looking for Sunny as well. They weren't fooled by the presence of Aerial at the corner at all. They were even keeping their eye on that. And I mean, unfortunately, ence funneled them right into exactly where they wanted them. With Alu pushing into upper dark and taking control of lower, with the fact that the long fight didn't go the way of mousesports initially, and ence held onto that. Catwalk was the only option that they had. 3 players and no utility. It's so hard to go back into dark and try and even attack that B bomb site. And Alu's back to his old tricks.
Yeah, I mean, why not? He's making a lot of money every time he's going to get a kill here, and if they don't really have the weapons yet to get rid of him properly, then might as well farm it up while you've got the chance. But yeah, I'm getting, it's only 2 rounds in, 3 rounds now, but you do sort of feel like mousesports, they're not even really giving themselves much of a chance to like recover some of these kills. Like, it's all just a kill happens, no one can refrag it, and then more kills happening across the map. There's like, I don't even know what the mousesports plan was in that last round.
Good shot from Rops, and the follow-up kill onto Alu. Okay, here we are. Alu's at least here in the server. That's nice to see. The aggression is punished. Actually, even that poor B defender, that wasn't even aggression. That was just getting wrecked.
Yeah. Yampy has a big job to do here as they come through. Jump over, and he's not really seeing them just yet. He needs a fight, and he's going to get it way too late. Nice shot. Robs with the third kill of the round. Just the deagles all across the board, and bomb is going to be planted. That is... Well, that's a gift that, well, mousesports should graciously accept, and then they should try and build something huge behind it. Like, this is where... this is where they need to really swing into it, because this is not a round they should be winning.
No, well, listen, Rob sets a phenomenal shot into that B bomb site. Obviously, the aggression from Alu eventually does get punished when he's just sitting in lower dark that whole time with the shotgun. So, good work from him. Rops is going to go for a 4th kill in this round. But you're right. I mean, mousesports does have to build upon this. They need something to feel good, because I know, as you said, it's only been 3 rounds in the second map, but if you go all the way back to the first map, which was a dominant victory for Ence, it's been a little over 20 rounds of them just getting destroyed and dismantled. So they need to have something positive going, at least in the early stages of Dust 2, and this is a nice start. They get upgraded into the AK-47s, a few free weapons, a good amount of cash built up, and already an AWP on the board for both teams.
Toxic. Mentioned a couple of times by our analysts in the pre-game as probably one of the ones that would have to have a pretty good performance here on Dust 2 for it to be different from to train, and it's hard not to agree with that. We've seen some great displays of true madness out of Woxic in the right moments. It's just the consistency we're lacking.
Yeah, but that's always been the knock on Woxic, and I don't think anyone's doubted the skill and the incredible sequences he can bust out. It's always been, can we ever rely that it's going to be able to happen, you know, map after map? Ooh, Chris J tries to confuse Alu. That's a tricky shot. And man, again, just right out of a victory, mousesports walk into a slaughter.
That looked much less like they were trying to sort of run boost Chris into a fight at the corner. It looked more like they were sacrificing Chris to Alu, like trying to appease him, saying take Chris and leave the rest of us alone.
I mean, I will say that's like, I mean, I don't know. This is a baseball reference, and I realize it's like 7 a.m. here, or 7:40, and you know, Europeans are mostly watching this, and no one has any idea what baseball is. But that's like hitting a curveball. I feel like with the way Chris J kind of comes around that corner, meant to like launch him and screw with the shot, or maybe have Alu baited into shooting and flicking to the left, and then have him stop short on the staircase. But Alu just handles it so perfectly that it ends up looking silly.
He does, and I appreciate your condescension, Jason, but I think most Europeans even know what curveballs are. Well, you know, I think we've got that reference down. That is also the extent of my baseball knowledge. So,
okay, I was gonna say I've spoken to some Europeans about some you know, basic baseball concepts, and no one seems to understand it.
Well, you'll have to teach me one day.
I mean, fair play. I don't really understand basebal. I don't really understand the charm or the lure of baseball, and I'm an American. Sergey's completely blinded, but no one's able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, he's trying his best. I mean, couldn't find the players. They were actually pushed even further in than he thought there, but still, the defense holds. I like the play from mousesports. I think that was not a bad idea, but they needed more success in finding Sergey right away before he got that kill. It's Sunny with another triple, and now it's Chris down the middle, and they don't have a lot of reasons to go hunting. The MP will take him down 4-1, and that is the money once again evaporated here for mousesports. That move in the middle there is huge.
Man, ence is coming out with such a huge performance, an incredible effort out of all the players that I don't even... This just feels like a huge mismatch. We came into this thinking it was going to be a pretty even bout, saying, you know, it could go either way. Both of these teams have seemed like they struggled. Well, it seems like ence have at least figured it out for this series, and it feels like mousesports doesn't even deserve to be in the server against him.
Yeah, that's kind of the and it's weird because... Again, like, where's that coming from? We've certainly seen some good comebacks even out of mousesports where they were behind and then they came alive and they made it work, but not really getting that feeling at all at the moment. good to see Sonny doing a lot of work, though. We were highlighting him earlier.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a conversation that I think we've all had ever since he rejoined ence, because we all remember the level that he was at when he was playing for mousesports and the star player that he was on this team. And his return to ence was highly anticipated and fell a little bit flat. I don't think anyone saw the magnificence that we knew him for. So it's good to see the individual level start growing in his way. Pop flash for the peak. And that's going to work just fine. Sergey only gets 2, but he's got all the information. That's the bomb down at the end of the tunnels as well. And now Yumpy and Sonny both pushing up to get aggressive over the flames. Oh, Kerrigan and Frozen. They chime in. And Chris J. So nothing makes sense.
I just can't even really explain any of this.
I feel like it's happened with a couple mousesports games in this spring showdown, but it just feels like the logic is being suspended, reality is being suspended, everything's just a bit weird.
It's a good shot from Alu. Frozen on the other side looking for the smoke there. He does have a kit. If he could get the kill on Frozen, he could maybe even defuse the bomb before Chris even gets a chance to get too close, but yeah, that moment has passed, and he's gonna try and run away, and nearly getting shot in the back. If you're watching at home, dear viewer, then do your best to forget about this round. Just try and wipe it from your memories, because it was too stupid. We can't have that floating around.
My question is, because mousesports had 1 or 2 of these on train as well, but it didn't lead to anything. My question is, when is mousesports going to be able to build on this? When are they going to be like, okay, we've got this opportunity now, it's the shots.
Did ence eco 2, bro? Like,
one of those guys had the classic Chris J in the pool picture as a background.
That's not bad. That's a good throwback. Shout out. A double up setup for ence. Mousesports, Woxic is going to buy an ADP as well. I like this timeout because Mousesports need to figure out a way to take advantage of that gift in the previous round, the 2 stunning headshots over the flames. Remember, they had that round with Rops earlier where he got a triple kill with the Deagle to win them their first round. Like, this time, they must be able to take advantage and build on that.
Yeah, I feel like we've been saying that like 3 or 4 times already. It's like, this must be the moment, you know. They've reached that, you know, that moment in the game where they have to really build, and then they just throw it all away, usually in the first 10 seconds of a round. Alu taking a lot of damage from that Molotov. I think he wanted to be there to help out Ariel, but didn't really do that. Bit of a chance here as Kerrigan goes down. Ariel completely flashed, but no chance for a refrag. They're out long, but Yumpy's out here with an 8 WP, and if they lose another one, it'll follow the template of mousesports rounds that just don't start well. Nice kill.
Oh, good shot from Woxic. Good utility usage to cross from mousesports. Woxic picked off by Yumpy, saw the trajectory of the flashbang, and he wasn't blinded himself. He can try and stay alive, but he's used his smoke already to provide cover. And Sonny is the next one up to make a play, hiding inside of the smoke. Now he's turning the corner. Nobody's watching this from mousesports. That's a freebie. Now their attention is split, and they're trapped in the bomb site. This is near impossible for mousesports.
Sonny actually has a grenade, but might just want to do it with the rifle. Nice headshot from Frozen, but he's alone. Goes for more. He knows they're going to be coming. He really wanted that fight. Now they're boosting. Just showing themselves. Nice done. Nicely done. That was really cool. Double kill for Yumpy at the end. I think he handled himself very well back there. But yeah, 5th round being picked up here by ence. And again, the building stops. The permits have been retracted. Jason, they've been doing something wrong.
That kill right there is the one that did it. Yumpy winning that battle against Woxic on Catwalk, because once he wins that, there's no safe space for mousesports to go out of that bomb site. You can tell with the way they never actually went long. Remember, most of that hit, they came from long, but they didn't leave anyone. So long wasn't safe in case there was a flank. Sonny was pushed up. They would have liked to have gotten some position on Catwalk, but Yumpy puts a stop to that. So ence is just destroying and dismantling this attack.
How long can they themselves even remain hopeful? Like, I'm starting to get that feeling whenever we say, ooh, this was a good round. Now they just need to keep going, and then, you know, they completely fall apart in the next round. You have to imagine mousesports will have a more intense version of that feeling where you're like, come on, you know, we just had a round with Deagles that we won, got a bunch of rifles out of it, and then nothing.
I think that's the problem. Is like mousesports has had every opportunity to get back into train. From what we saw earlier, they've had 2 chances where they've won Deagle rounds here on Dust 2 to get back into this map, or to at least get started in this map, and they're not capitalizing on any of them. So I don't know. It's that I think that lends itself to the weird feeling where you're just like they've been getting some things they want. Like, yeah, ence completely shuts them down, but they've had chances. They've had ence on the verge of an economic reset. Here's a bait and peek. I think that just limits how bad you can feel for mousesports for getting this demolished. Or you can look at it the other way and say this is how impressive it is for ence that they've been able to shut it down before anything from mousesports can really continue. They are playing a fantastic game.
Kerrigan and Chris. Damage, again, anything. It all counts in the end, but they're only going to get the 1 kill on Alu. Sunny continuing with the triple kills, adding on that he's 14 and 3 right now. So that's also happening in the background. It's a vintage Sunny performance.
I don't know. It's weird watching these highlights. I feel bad that we're not talking a little bit more about how well ence is playing, but at the same time, whenever you're seeing an ence POV of a player on the defense, you're not seeing them like flash. You're not seeing them have to work around Molotovs or smokes. I think the biggest thing that mousesports is lacking at the moment is utility usage on these hits is just not doing anything to make the defenders uncomfortable in any sense. They're getting to just kind of set their feet and take pretty standard and easy fights.
We played this game yesterday, Jason, with Duncan being the main target. But if you close your eyes for a second and imagine what Semler's face is looking like right now, what comes to mind?
It's just an ugly little mustache, just a nasty little mustache, quivering in happiness.
That might be the case. Ross has gone down. Oh man. I sense a tone of bitterness in your voice, Jason. I'm not gonna lie. But you did your best to hide it in some sense. Sunny hiding back here, calling a little bit of backup. It's a 5-on-4 as they push out, rush towards the bomb site. Oh, they're so flashed as he goes for that peek. And Sunny, can he get one more? Another flashbang, and that is a great kill for Kerrigan. Because again, the timing on that flash was really, really good for ence. 4-on-3, the bomb is about to, well, it should be going down soon. And where are they gonna go with this retake?
It's gonna happen again. It's deja vu. They cannot escape this bomb site. ence is just doing such a good job, and this time they control long. It's gonna be Kerrigan in a 1-on-2 at catwalk, and now it's whoever's in the site. It's Woxic versus 2 at long. Kerrigan goes down, 1-for-1 trade, and Woxic isolating his 1v1s, getting into the bomb site. The default plant spot misses a shot, and Ariel, nope, he goes down. It's all Woxic, and he's got the bomb to play with now. Alu moving in slowly and misses an opportunity, but he gets the follow-up. A leg shot for Woxic, and that was the closest mousesports had been, and it's ripped out of their hands.
Yeah, you see the frustration. I mean, it's perfectly understandable. That was the kind of round. Like, I feel like if mousesports had more rounds like these, where you say, well, man, it's close. Like, this super doable. It's the problem is when they have so many rounds that aren't anything like this. So if they just had a string of rounds like this, I'd be a little bit more, I think, hopeful, or I'd see the light a little bit more. Still, 7-2. Comes a time, Jason, where we have to ask, is it even fair to add this to the prediction games when they don't even have any opposition? Can you have a victory without having a competition, Jason? Doubt it.
I guess, yeah, that's more for the philosophical side of things. I think ence will take it either way.
Yeah, they certainly will.
Yumpy with the AWP, flashes through the smoke. Sergey's turned. Yumpy's got his back, allows Sergey to recover, but not fully in time. But Yumpy still doing some work. I can't believe he just got a triple kill there. However, the bomb going down, up in the hands of Woxic. Frozen in middle. This 2-on-3 is doable, but Frozen is going to have to play a pretty solid round from here on out.
Almost wish Woxic would be quick to go into the window just to distract so Frozen could do a little bit more. He's waiting for someone to go. Actually, ooh, Sunny's going to offer himself up, and he will go down. That's a nice kill, and now he just has to hide. Play for time. Don't go and take this fight. Again, if you go down quick, maybe there's going to be a retake on. But, yep, nice shot from Frozen. I still would have rather him try to hide there. Alu in a 1 versus 2, and I don't think it's worth going for it. So another really unlikely round that they come up with here, mousesports.
I was just going to say, we're going to have to do it all over again. We're going to have to go through the whole playbook of saying, now mousesports have another opportunity. They just win a 3rd round of deagles in this half. They've only been able to win when they have mostly deagles. But they haven't been able to win 2 in a row. They haven't been able to build upon it. They haven't been able to replicate the success when they get the rifles going, so they're not able to build momentum and actually put a dangerous amount of rounds on the board. And again, they have another opportunity. And surely you think this might be one of the last they have in this half. There's only, what, 5 rounds left?
Yeah, and just to underscore how big an opportunity it is, you see the double up, sure, on the end side, but everything else is looking kind of miserable. They have very few grenades. They have 1 defuse kit. If they can win this round, it's going to be huge. Kerrigan taking down Sunny. Star player right now for ence in this map. And yeah, dropping him early on, that's got to feel pretty good. They can actually have a good first half if they win this round.
Yeah, but they still got Alu to get through. And Yumpy, for that matter. The double up setup. And Kerrigan blind. Oh, he somehow finds the kill. Maybe only half blind. Aerial survives, and he's going to start hearing those footsteps out towards long. There is a lurk. It's Rops over towards the B bomb site, and he's moving in for the backstab right now. And this can be so effective. If Aerial doesn't shut this down, then ence could be in so much trouble. Huge kill for Frozen, and now Rops is getting put into play, but he's actually so far back. He hasn't actually moved forward yet. It's a 2-on-1 at long.
Rops is still coming in. He should be able to get a free kill. There's the early shots with the AK, and now trying to return it. Yampy missing the shot, and Rops will be able to save them. Chris as well. That nearly spun out of control. That was nearly a 2-on-4 that they gave away, but they held on. No money for ence. I'm just waiting to see if Alu is going to buy a deagle to try and be really annoying. Just the flashbang so far.
I can't. ence almost pulls that back. I thought mousesports was going to drop that. Ooh, good shot from Woxic. Through the door to the face.
Yeah, I mean, they may have actually finally done it. We've been talking a lot about it, the potential turnaround, the big moments, the big opportunities, but yeah, this is finally something that they actually turn into a bit of a win here. 7-5. That's great news. And now, look at the money. 10,000 on Woxic at the beginning of this one. Yeah. ence can buy, but they can't go for the straight double up unless they want to have no armor at all. And yeah, they're going to go on Alu instead.
Yeah, that's great money built up by mousesports. That's off the back of obviously winning a round with the deagles, and then stringing 2 in a row after that. Finally, I think this is the first time, including Train, mousesports has been able to win 3 rounds straight. Let's see what else they can do with it. They still have a chance to take the lead in this first half, as weird as it's been, as rough to watch as the first portions of the half were. Mousesports can end this on a very positive note. Chris J at long is going to get popped through. That's a very thin smoke with the way it plumed. 1 in pit, 1 at the corner. Or car, excuse me.
Ooh, that's a deep grenade. It's going to land on a couple of people back there. We'll soften up Frozen and Chris. And now they're going to come for Aerial. Big opening. Neither Alu or Aerial able to do much of anything here. Seems like it swung a bit. Don't go for this fight. Just smoke it off and stay safe. Yampy taking out Roth. This is not worth it. Sunny going for Kerrigan. And now it's a 3-on-3. I don't know why mousesports suddenly lost control of the round like that.
It's a great flank call from ence. That one's not even necessarily mousesports' fault. That's a good move from ence to get up there very quickly. Flashbang through. Look how blind Woxic is. 1 player in the site. This is the real issue. Frozen's making a long run, and he didn't expect his teammates to go down, and he's not even prepared for any presence on Catwalk. So sloppy end of the round despite the good opening at long, and ence have their 8th.
I feel like when you have 2 on Catwalk, 3 on long, and you pretty much... surely they must have known the bomb site was cleared out, but even if it wasn't, just smoke it up and cross and let the 2 people on Catwalk worry about Catwalk. They don't actually need to come join the bomb site. They just need to maybe keep an eye on it for a second. I feel like they slowed down their mousesports way before any kills happened. They sort of stopped and were like, what's the plan here? And that should be like protocol type work, right? That should be like, oh yeah, we're doing an A split like we've done 1,000 times before.
Man, that's a bit rough. Stops the momentum in its tracks. Still, 2 rounds remaining in the half. Pop flash for the peek from Sunny. Oh, that's well crafted. That's well crafted and so effective. And those are the kind of aggressive micro plays on the map that ence was doing on Train to shut down mousesports before they could ever build anything. They've done it again here on Dust 2. 5-on-3 advantage, and all they've used is one flashbang.
Yeah, it's cool. And the timing for it is amazing. Now they need... Yeah, they need a slip up from ence. They need someone to go fight them, but Frozen will go down. They need 2 slip ups from ence. Maybe more. Walk6 hoping for a battle with the AWP, but it's not looking that likely.
I think they might need 5 slip ups. There's not really a whole lot to do here. Maybe, I mean, even economic damage, there's only 1 round left, so actually, money's pretty low. If they can take one of these ops away, that would be huge. But again, ence can just play it. Their retakes at both bomb sites, or mostly at A that we've seen, have been so solid that, I think ence just plays it passively. Don't go for any kind of aggressive plays, although saying that, Sunny is going to get 1 more kill. Pushes into the double doors. They haven't taken a point of damage just yet. Walks in, jumping across, and he goes down.
You have to remember, Sunny has like a quota of triple kills that he has to get. That one was a quad, but he's been getting them a lot. He's 21-7. So yeah, that's also happening. What a great setup this was. They got no slip-ups, Jason. They ordered 5 of them, and none were delivered.
No one has double-digit kills on mousesports side of things, and that goes back to Train. One of the... Ooh, there we go. It goes back to Train. One of the huge problems we saw of mousesports was just not enough kills. It's happening again here. 5-on-4. Alu, that is a beautiful equal. I can't believe he's going back again. What? I can't believe he's got it again!
He's still going aggressive. He could have had that one as well. What is the matter with this guy?
That's what we call a BDP.
Yeah. I just... Honestly... Surely when he peeks away for the second kill there, and he's just looking the wrong way getting shot at, that's when he's supposed to be dead. Falls back even further. Gonna smoke it up in front, and he's definitely hearing the steps. Should be a second smoke coming in. Oh, it looks like actually there might be a gap between them, but I don't think Alu could really take advantage. This flank, though, even as they take down Alu, could be huge. Good spray coming in. Sergey is down and out, but now Ariel and Sunny, they're going to swing. That smoke is covering the T side, though, so they can at least get up on the site and maybe go for the bomb plant, but that's a bit fortunate for them.
I don't think they know both players are here. Walk6 might have spotted it right at the end, and indeed, Sunny goes down. So despite the dominant half from ence, and I say dominant because it feels that way, mousesports do at least manage to get 6 rounds, but ence was certainly destroying them for most of this. They've scraped together what they could. We'll see if mousesports can recover and extend this series to a 3rd map when we return from the break.
While we have a player walking up, and now he takes that kill. The question is, can he land another? Flamey, there he is, straight in front of the crosshair on the edge of the smoke, and he's gonna work closer. No kid, the spam is his! He's gonna walk right through this, and it's gonna be an easy 2-piece, because he knows the scope is there. How about another?
He's got an ace, man. That's an easy kill right there. Vitality are starting to clear things out, so if timing is correct, yeah, they have an opportunity. Alex, he'll end up dying. Perfecto gets the first kill of the round.
Yep, too many players to handle. They all come at him at the very same moment. RPK meant to be slain, but he connects 3! USP taps, and Zywoo only gonna get 1 more. Still, Perfecto in a 1 versus 3 clutch. Yes. They're gonna start sprinting, and if he doesn't pull that trigger, he's got all 3! He sprays down the back 2 of the caboose and can't finish it, but my goodness, has he primed his team. But Flamey is his kryptonite again. He gets
He didn't just do that! Magus gets blind, and there's a chance. Zipnik falls in mid, but a double. 3 kills for Dupree, and a 4th on top. 5-0.
Close to middle, they know they are no one catwalk. They're going to take the fight right away, and Config will land a parting headshot, taking down Device and Megan, and he'll follow it up, taking down Dupree. That's 3. That's a whole arm of the attack gone, and the follow-up is amazing. A quad. Just knowing that, because they know what Device is. He's been there all along, so that's amazing. Smoke goes up, and Dupree just trying to buy time. Device, he's making his way into middle, but he can't even just rush it. They don't know if someone's in there waiting for him with a rifle, so he can't just book it there immediately. Dupree has somehow wrapped around them with the Deagle, and he's tapping away and taking down Poison. And here comes Device with an M4 instead. I can't believe that Astralis are back in this in a 2-on-1 now. Oboe alone, he's got 30 seconds, and he's picked up a Galil there. Not really sure that makes a big difference right now. I think that bomb plant is going to be what's really tricky. And he goes straight for it. Dupree almost catching him in the middle of it, but that at least gives him a little bit of space. He gets that headshot immediately. That's very quick. And now does he know? Device pretty much can only be at this angle. He's out in the open, so if he doesn't win this fight immediately, Device will take him down, but Obo will do it! That's a triple kill. A little smile at the end. Complexity, 2-on-2. They have a slight health advantage, but against these weapons for Astralis, it might not matter. Oh, Magus, he had the health for it, but now he's been taken out, and Sip just trying to buy time, flanking around, Blame hunting him down, and he turns for it. Immediate defuse. He's right there with the kid. Oh my god, I can't believe it. 16 and 12. Complexity taking down Astralis 2. Back, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, there we go. That's Alu taking one of the chairs from Inferno for his own little pleasure. Looking much more comfortable on the other side. I mean, Frozen there, he's got a little pillow in his back, and we've got the regular gaming chairs as well. So a lot of distribution. I was wondering, Jason, if you thought like maybe there's a logic to it. Like maybe when you have one of those comfortable gaming chairs, you know, you tend to sort of like lean back, you're comfortable, relaxed. Whereas there's no way for Alu to be relaxed. So he's just always on point. He's just always like, you know, ready, because he can't really even sit back and just, you know, enjoy the moment. Could that be it?
Yeah, I mean that's the way to do it. You have to make yourself uncomfortable as possible, so you always stay focused forward. You're getting comfortable, you're not sinking into that chair, feeling a little bit tired. Keeps you awake.
Maybe that's the new trend.
It's also maybe Alu's just, you know, he's a bit old school. Maybe he's just used to those chairs back before gaming chairs were even a thing.
Yeah. Could well be. That was the bomb that was being dropped at the top mid, which is a bit uncomfortable, but they do bring it back. Alu is getting tagged up, and oh, that's a nice lineup. Woxic is loving with their P2000, just picking them apart. Beautiful round. No one dies on the mousesports side. Is it time for the comeback?
The P2K never does that, but when it does, that's the kind of round where Woxic has probably been thinking in his head, you know, I'm going to switch to the USP any point now. Like, it's time. This pistol sucks. And then you get around like that. And that's gonna let him stick with the P2K for like the next month. That one round right there.
Lured back in.
He's trapped now.
Yeah,
I don't know. That certainly looked like a great pistol round. Obviously hitting some very nice shots up towards mid, and we'll see. You'd hope so if you're a mousesports fan. That is the sign of things to come in this half. 7-9 as mousesports have done a great job closing the gap. They have won 5 of the last 7 rounds as they've started to return into this and battle back against ence. However, dangerous here against pistols. 5 deagles, 2 smokes, 2 flashes to work with. And Woxic, I don't know if he completely wants to give up this A bomb site. I think he at least needs to stick around at the off angle.
Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. And just, again, snipe away at them if they show up. Don't be swinging so wide that they could have, you know, 2 or 3 deagles trained on you. That's not going to be a good time. He's going to realize they're falling back. That's now he's got some good information on the other hand.
And I like the transition actually over to railing as well. To be able to use pop flashes from your teammates at long. Kerrigan has one if they do attack you in the A-bomb site. For the moment, ence is readjusting. They still have those 2 smokes. Could go for a mid to B split, which is exactly what it looks like. Bomb is transitioning into upper dark at the moment. 3 players in middle. There are the smokes. Here we go. 2 defenders. Some spam coming through. Chris J and Rops have a couple of kills. Now they have to turn their attention back towards the tunnel. Sonny gets a frag. Sergey gets one as well. Hoping he has popped through this smoke. Okay, might get one more, and indeed he will. He will. Now this is so dangerous.
Yeah, it truly is. Frozen and Woxic, 2 on 3, and Sergey will at least go down. But I don't know. That bomb is planted already inside.
Frozen and Woxic going to start pushing up towards the B bomb site. Alu with one more and a headshot to end it. 10-7. Ents have snatched a round out of nowhere, and that's your answer, Anders. No comeback for mousesports.
Man, that's hard to get back from, isn't it? You see the results, you see it on there. Just a disappointment. I'm not laughing at him, but the frustration, you can feel it through. 10-7. Ends with absolutely without mercy. Got the M4 picked up on Sergey. UMPs, and I don't know what Alu's going to end up with. Maybe another AK-47. So that's it. Fist bumps all the way around for the cameras. You guys can do this at home if you have webcam, even though, you know, you may not. Actually, if you're on the fan cam, maybe you could do the fist bumps too. We could do, like, you know, some sort of online fist bumping ritual. Maybe it could be a new thing in the age of working from home and all the rest of it. Scout also on Robs and some Deagles on the mousesports side. But ultimately, yeah, this has started to feel like it's just a trend now. Every time they get a chance to breathe in mousesports, it's gone again right afterwards. Alu making his way out. Ooh, a little bit of a peek. The timing looked good, but not only do they get that kill, they also pick up the other guy swinging from behind the smoke over at long. So danger has been averted. Yampy is holding catwalk while the rest are trying to, I don't know if they're retaking, moving closer, I guess, from CT spawn. That's a pretty good kill, though. Chris just waiting down here. Nice attempt with the cross. That fire does make it tricky to see what's going on. And with the bomb plant happening, I don't really know. I mean, they don't have that much to lose in the round, but at the same time, chances that they win it seem kind of low. Molotov to hold them back even further. And a flashbang on Sergey from down there. Chris going down, and yeah, now all of the dream of that going on is pretty much dead at the moment. So Rob's in a 1 versus 4 instead, and with the scout, keeping it alive is just the only objective right now. It might be able to do that at the very least. 18th round here. Gonna go the way of Ents for an 11-7 scoreline. And looking at the odds there from Betway, that's looking very, very bad for mousesports. And it is in general. I think the whole feeling right now, the game is of one that's just spun out of control a little bit. One scout on Robs. Probably not going to give them a lot to work with just yet. P250 picked up on Woxic. But yeah, they're quickly in a position that they just can't really hold on to this game. Not even a P250, P2000. Just got that trusty gun. Moving towards the middle, even though there's a bit of a stack going on at the catwalk, but again, it's just a scout and a bunch of pistols. It's unlikely they can do a lot with it here. The MAC-10 will clean up too. Scout is being stolen yet again. They're doing their very best to hold on to it. But there's not a lot going on right now that makes you feel like mousesports are in a position where they could, I mean, even when it's all been handed to them, they win the pistol round, they lose the follow-up round. They get around themselves with pistol in that first half where they, you know, surprise and shock everyone, and Ents take it right back. It's not meant to be. Aerial with a nice cleanup in that one. 3 with the MAC-10. And now a 5-round lead. 12-7. M4's being picked back up again now on the CT side. I don't know how much longer I could keep saying this is their chance. You know, they got a little bit left before you guys start to distrust me quite heavily. So at this point, I've switched my mentality. I would want mousesports to prove it to me. More than just, you know, dangling that chance that maybe they could do something. Like, I want to see it now before I'm really starting to start to believe it. Using that open skybox outside of B in those upper hallways to put down a smoke. Don't get to see that nearly enough. I mean, it happens, you know, with some frequency, but I haven't seen many really elaborate strategies designed behind it yet. Looks like they're going to go 4 out middle, and there's 3 inside of B, but it doesn't matter if Chris can't win the first fight here, and he's already dinked through. Waiting on the other side is Sunny. He's going to be creeping through. He does go down. Nice find from Chris. That's the bomb as well. Huge defense coming out. And now Alu in a 1 versus 3. With the bomb, you know, hard for him to really find it. Oh, a little bit of a near mistake. Woxic, he could feel that, I guarantee it. About to get his legs blown off. But yeah, 55 seconds for Alu to try and do this. Might walk into a shot, might not even get a chance. Woxic coming back for revenge. And an 8th round for mousesports. Well, this 21st round could it be shaping up for?
Anders, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can. There we go.
You've done a magnificent job. I just want you to know that.
I appreciate it. I thought I thought you'd abandoned me completely. Thought maybe I had done something, but
technical issues across the pond, but we're back. 12-8 in the favor of ence.
You know, I just want to say this. It is shocking that we've had so few tech issues with the setup that there is. So shout out to the people in charge. It's crazy.
Yeah, it has gone surprisingly well. Okay, well, mousesports, they've given one up. That was a couple rounds ago. I'm just getting, you know, I'm getting caught back up in things. That second round was a bit of a doozy. Then here we go. Up catwalk for ence, 3 players. And Woxic is going to keep his eyes on this, but it's a 2-1-2. So, yeah, if they pressure this, I almost think Woxic is going to have to fall away. But that'll give up so much control of the A bomb site.
I think it's your turn to say, if only mousesports can you know capitalize on this, they can really. We've each got to say it.
It is just the worst feeling. It's mousesports' turn to capitalize on this. We'll see if they can get back into the game off the back of this round.
Sick.
Yeah. At least at the end of this map, like we can't ever say that ence didn't deserve this win because mousesports has truly had plenty of opportunities to get themselves back into this map. Just every single time they've had it, either they've dropped the ball or ence has just ripped the ball out of their hands. Sonny's going to lurk out mid while the catwalk hit goes on. He sees nobody in CT spawn. Now he can turn Chris J. That's an important battle to win.
Yeah, very nice frag down there. I mean, that does allow for them to actually start to rotate towards the retake. Woxic probably knew that they were coming up catwalk, but smartly decided to hold on to long instead of going for a fight. Even if that fight may have been like 50-50, it's like, why risk it? Why not just set up for the full retake here? 5 versus 4 in the retake. Only 1 flashbang left on Yampy. He could throw it for a bit of a fight when that smoke fades. Let's see if he will. Aerial is setting up for it, I think, and Yampy's let it go. No, oh, a bit too soon. There was a Molotov down there as well. They actually couldn't do anything behind it. Aerial goes down, and now Kerrigan switching out for another rifle. It's a 2-on-2. Nice return from Sergey with a double, but it still leaves Alu in a 1 versus 2. He's going to take the face off of Woxic and still goes down, and not a chance at all. Robs with a nice triple, but they'll still lose the round. So, man, ence will pick it up 13-8. Nice attempted retake. You know the concept, Jason, of Occam's razor, you know? That, you know, the easiest explanation is, you know, probably the right one. Maybe so either we have to accept the fact that mousesports don't know how to win, you know, back-to-back rounds, or maybe they just don't want to. Maybe that's the lesson here. Does that make sense?
I don't think... it does kind of make sense. I don't think that it would be the don't want to situation. I don't think that would be the right way to go with it. Again, I don't know. I feel like it is a little bit of time to give ence a bit more credit in actually winning these rounds. I think they've been playing a fantastic game, and I think as well, more than anything, I've just seen mousesports be uncharacteristically passive, and it seems like they're letting events like come to them, whereas ence is the ones actually initiating the action. Like when you see that pop flash in middle and Sergey or Sunny push with it and get the triple kill in the first half, like it's those kinds of plays that have been able to like take the action to mousesports has just been so effective.
Sneaking up with Eagle, I don't really mind it. You have to try and do something, and he just got caught by Sunny, who's yet again, just to reiterate, if you've been missing the action a little bit, 26-11 right now. So he's having himself, you know, the kind of game that we've been hoping for a while, as he joined the team. And I don't think you know, this best of 3 is going to be the only test for it. But if you're a fan of ence, you've got to hope that that's, you know, the beginning of that trend, and you're just catching on the upswing here, and that, you know, the next 5 or 6 games they play will be more evidence to something similar out of Sunny. That would be cool.
Well, I mean, look at the difference between ence when Sunny's going ham. It looks very cool. 5-round lead for ence, and they have the entirety of this half of the map available to him. 3-man stack at B. Kerrigan is in CT spawn. ence is about to eliminate mousesports from the Spring Showdown, from Blast Premier entirely. Sunny's just investigating, and he's going to find Kerrigan, who's going to find a freebie. AK in his hands, but I mean, you would have to do something real special to recover this round, and you might as well go for it when you're down 8-13. See what you can provide, which is nothing, which is a death. A nice little death.
Yeah.
A glorious death.
Quick little one, yeah, but he did die, you know, a hero fighting for the cause, I guess, so there's always that. Yeah, I agree, like, you know, maybe get a quick headshot, maybe you can roll it into something more, but not gonna happen this time. They wanted to make sure that there are no AKs being blasted down with the bomb as well. I appreciate that little attention to detail. Don't give them anything for free. Frozen, the last one left. Fallen a little bit back with the deal. 14-8 now, the scoreline, as ence out just 2 rounds away.
The problem is I don't even really know what the solution is for mousesports. Like nothing has worked in any kind of consistency for them across both maps. And again, I mean, the double op setup is an easy one to fall into just because of its strength and its power, especially on this map. But we haven't really seen it deliver the goods for mousesports in any way. They're having a real tough time. They won the pistol, lost the second. The only other round they've won in the second half was round number 20, the 5th round of the half. See if the op can change anything. Woxic has one on Catwalk. Chris J has the other, boosted up into the A bomb site. So you have to imagine no B retakes are going to be happening if it's Woxic and Chris J to rotate over.
Woxic in that position. I mean, they have the grenades to get rid of him. They could, you know, try and Molotov him away. Looks like they're going to try and run boost around the corner. And he was just looking away for a second. It's going to be hard to catch that either way.
This defense has me incredibly nervous. I don't know what the logic is by having an op on Catwalk peering down and Woxic hands, and then as soon as he gets flashed off the angle, he drops, and then Chris J has an op out in the open. At least now they've spread things out. They've gone a little bit more standard. Op at railing, op at car, and Kerrigan is going to be anchored long.
Mid is really undefended, but that might not be an issue at the moment. I expect this corner will probably get flashed in the or maybe even smoked at this range. Look at the time, though. 35 seconds. This has to work out really, really well for ence right now on that T side, or they're going to get they're simply going to run out of time. The bomb up on Catwalk with Ariel and Alu at the moment. And he's falling back. Oh no, the timing! It couldn't be worse. He's trapped out here. He can't actually escape. Gets a nice double kill, but he will be hunted down. That's all worth it for ence. I mean, just as Kerrigan was setting up that grenade, he gets caught.
Yeah, this is not mousesports day. Timing hasn't been with them at a number of occasions throughout both of these maps, and this is brutal. ence going to get up to 15, and that's both ops taken away. They have to save these M4s. You would have loved if your mousesports to save one of the ops, and that's just not even available, not even possible. Mousesports is going to have to do what they what seems impossible in the series, and they'll I mean string more than 2 to 3 rounds together. They're going to have to win 7 in a row to force overtime. And it looks like ence is going to be taking this series. 7 chances to close it out in 2.
It is looking very likely at the moment, isn't it? Mirage would have been the 3rd map, but yeah, that seems like it's just a very, very far out into the distance at the moment. Carrying not even, I mean, I don't even know what you do at that point in time. You've been holding it all the way through. At 25 seconds, you decide, okay, I'm going to throw a flashbang for a teammate up there, or a smoke, I'm not sure, but regardless, that's when they peek you. 15 to 8. Oh, well, Carrigan actually getting a kill there. It looked like he was about to get run down. Smoke goes a little bit further back, and he peeks just before it goes up, and Yampy will take him down. A lot of damage onto him and onto Alu, who gets dropped by Frozen. Immediate return. Still a 3-on-3. And Sunny's out the middle.
Still not great weaponry for this Mousesports defense. It's not like they have the weapons that are going to make them feel super comfortable. Thomas in Chris J's hands a little bit of utility. The nice thing is he does have a kit, but this lurk from Sunny, oh, that's perfectly timed. Rops is not a happy camper. Ariel going to turn in through the cover of smoke. There's the Thomas, there's the dink of the cleanup. Yumpy coming through next. He's going to back away, and he'll get right around the corner as the smoke fades. Sunny is still in mid, and he is allowing his teammate to pivot around him. He is providing safety for Yumpy in middle. And even Woxic is pulled out of position. He's going for a deep flank.
Yeah, very hard to know how that's going to play out. I mean, the timing here is everything for Woxic, right? If he runs too far and is too aggressive, maybe they hear him. But if he finds the right timing, could be huge. They're actually coming back looking this way. Sunny goes down. Woxic will get a bullet to the face, but Yampy low on health, 1 versus 2. It's definitely doable. They don't have any grenades. That's a big win for him, but he still has to find the first kill and then try and see if he can change his position just a little bit. Backing up into the corner, looking for a straight headshot here. Crouched in with the AK-47, and yeah, he's got the right idea, the right angle. There's a bit of range. He's going to pick off the one. Another one coming right down there, and Robs is a bullet away from death, and oh, he's going to get it. Nice bullet, nice shot there from Robs. That's, I mean, going to save them in this round. He's running far away for the AK and the kit.
No, but again, even it feels like Mouse for him the opportunity to win it. There's no double peek in this 2-on-1. They could have very easily did that, and
yeah.
that's one of the main issues I feel like I've been having in this series is when you're not performing individually across the board, like when you don't have those great performances from your Woxics and your Rops on Dust, like here on Dust 2 and your Chris J's, the teamwork better be on point. The fundamentals better be on point, and they're not falling back into teamwork. Instead, they continue trying to make individual plays that aren't giving them any success.
Yeah, lack of success is it's been the theme for Mousesports so far. It's a good little recovery, but they still need another 6 in a row to get into overtime just, and then they would have to keep on winning from there on out. It would make for quite a story. I mean, given how miserable this has been so far, if they actually were able to do that, I think that would make everyone sit up straight again, and everyone start to feel like, all right, there's something interesting going on here.
I don't know what the solution is, Anders. I don't know what Mousesports is going to do here. 6 in a row. And everything seems to be so close. ence with the op on Alu. Almost hits that timing. 4 players to defend long, at least initially for Mousesports. Chris J dumping utility in support. And he's going to back off back towards mid, back towards the B bomb site. But for a long time, it's going to be Rops as the only player here at B.
The engagement out at long, but no one taking too much damage. Yeah, Rops alone is one part of it. Chris is also alone down in middle, so they're really feeling like this A long position again is going to potentially be under attack. We'll see if it's going to be true. I mean, who was it we saw last on Dust 2 that just kept... Was that Vitality keep hitting the B bomb side a lot? I think it was. They showed that could be really powerful.
Yeah, although, I mean, to be fair, at least they showed it was really powerful. Mousesports has yet to show anything being powerful. ence is doing a great job on both sides of the map, so they still, I think, just have the full map available to them. Their A-hits have been very solid. helped out by some perfect timing. And again, it's Woxic with the FAMAS to defend the angle against AKs, against the AWP. And Aerial just, I mean, peeking with impunity out towards long. It'll be a 5-on-5 retake. Very little utility for mousesports. They have 2 kits. And yeah, Sunny with the backstab.
Yeah, this is a very powerful position for Sunny. He's now just confirmed no one is coming up, so he's going to go back down to middle. Now he knows that they're all out middle, so he maybe want to speed it up a little bit here. Aerial gets a kill on Chris, and it's looking pretty good. Sunny going to get put into play, and he'll get one, and the final one as well. 16-9. Fantastic play here from ence, taking down mousesports 2-0. Sunny having a vintage performance, especially on that second map, was looking truly amazing. So yeah, what a great day for the Finns in this particular game. I'm really impressed. We'll see how it goes when they go on to fight later on in the tournament. That'll be really exciting. But for now, we're going to send you guys over to the analyst desk. That's coming up after the break. Stay tuned.
I want to talk a little bit to the esports world, but especially to you CSGO pros, about the Mamba mentality. I'm sick and tired of some of the things, some of the talking points that are coming out of these pro players. Like people saying, oh, well, I won a major, so what is there left for me to accomplish? Think it through. 2 majors, 3 majors. How about being the best you can be? If you could win 5 majors, if you could set the record, go ahead and go for that. That's what the Mamba mentality is about. It's about pursuing greatness. It's about building a legacy for yourself. It's about actually trying to be the best you can be, whatever level you're on. How about you actually try and develop your game, master your craft, leave a legacy? One day that money will be spent and all that will remain is your legacy and what you actually did and how you lived your life. How about competing to take what's yours for yours so you can get that money, you can secure that career, they have something to look forward to in their lives. I die for people who are mine. Will you live for yours? That's what I want to say. Mamba mentality, carpe diem.
A solid scoreline on both maps and a decisive performance with very little mistakes this time around. What changed from the groups up until this point, mate? Because in the groups you were making it very close and you were certainly losing a lot of rounds that you shouldn't be losing.
It's hard to say, but like what I think is that everyone was 110% focused today. And sometimes in group stage it's hard to, I mean, it's silly, but sometimes it's hard to put the same amount of focus than in an elimination game. So I think that's the difference today and before.
So the pressure is a good thing for you guys. Now, to me, right, this game especially, this is probably the best ents we've seen in a while. And I know it's not just because of Yampy being on the lineup. Has swapping things around role-wise and stuff helped this much? Is that the reason?
Yeah, it's definitely been helping. Like, everyone is more on their comfort zone right now. And I think we just, like, everyone has, like, we had a break between, like, after ESL Pro League and the first road to Rio. We held a 1 month break. So I think that was, like, really important for us to just reset mentally, as we have been getting quite a lot of shit. And so yeah.
I love Alu. Always straight into it. Doesn't hold back. And a well-deserved win for ence. And I'll say that again. Win for ence. 2-0 clean as could be. Mousesports not quite going to pull it off this time around. Not going to make it. So thank you all for the interview. And thank you, gentlemen, for joining me on the desk here to break this down. 16-9. These are, after days of just 30-round maps, we've had 2 consecutive clean one-sided maps here. What do we take away from this, Thor?
I mean, ence had basically everyone activated in this game. You saw in this particular map, Sonny and Yampy are the top fraggers. Alu took over when it was on train. Meanwhile, like, listen, I actually agree with the way Moses said it. Like, I don't want to put too much of this on mousesports. Yes, they had terrible CT sides. What's new? That was the same in the rest of the tournament. They still did all right on the T sides generally. So I think a lot of this for me comes down to the ence side and the fact that every single player pretty much played well in this series, if not fragged well, if not out-fragged their counterparts. So if you have that happen and you have 2 maps that you play as the first 2 maps, 2-0 is on the cards.
And Maniac, what did you take away from this?
Listen, I think it's been a long time since I saw ence being so decisive, so clean, winning the clutches, out-fragging their opponents, winning the duels, being completely in charge of the rhythm. This, to me, looked like it used to be the ence at the top, the top of the food chain in Counter-Strike. Some rounds, they just take it very easy, very nice and slow. They wouldn't be scared to play, 25 last seconds, they still win it. And some rounds, they just go absolutely insane, cross smokes, be completely in their opponent's faces, and it would work. And it had been a long time since I saw that combination of both strategical domination and individual prowess. So it's good to see. Now, is it going to be the new version of ence that we get all the time? No, I'm not sure, but for now, this was more than enough.
Well, the one thing that we want to catch up on here is also, we had a word with Kerrigan in the past throughout this tournament, and we were able to catch up with him here after the match. And so let's hear what Kerrigan has to say about this match versus ence.
Very good. Starting T-side train, you get that pistol win, and I'm thinking, okay, this is the good start you guys wanted, but obviously it quickly turned around. What is going on for you guys? Because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, yes, train looked better yesterday, but going up against an ence who can play train quite well, I thought this would be a lot closer than what it would be. I'm just wondering what you spotted, because they certainly weren't making mistakes like they were in the group stages today.
I mean, in these games the last few weeks, we're just losing to ourselves, I feel like. First of all, we're losing way too many anti-egos. We didn't do that yesterday. There was like a light end of the tunnel, but today obviously we lost one of them, but also won some back. So in the end, I feel like we didn't have a chance in rip rounds. Initiative was bad, the mood was bad, everything was bad today, and it's not okay. It's like we have to fix this. If we want to become a consistent team, we have to be aware that mood swings and all this kind of stuff is not okay, because then it's just gonna get wrecked like we did today.
I mean, mood swings are never a good thing if you're trying to lock it down and keep focused. I think perhaps that's what Alu was referring to there, where it's difficult to keep everything zeroed in a group phase where, oh, we've got another match after this. Whereas if everything is on the line, that's it, you're zeroed, you're locked in. I mean, What do we take away from that interview here? And let's start with you, Maniac.
Well, I just want to bounce back on this mood swing thing, because I do believe that's a problematic for a lot of teams, and this plays into the online remote versus offline context, right? You have to picture when you're a team in the middle of an event, playoff, semifinal, you have so many elements from your outside context that help you focus, that helps you make sure that you're 100%. You have a coach behind you, you have a crowd in front of you, obviously all the hype, and it's built together to make sure that you do all these extra steps to be 100%. When you're home, and this might sound silly, when you're home, you are free to rage if you want to. No one is going to be against you. If you want to hit your table, if you want to be like, you can't do that. You don't have that safety net, and it's actually, I think it puts a lot of, I want to say, pressure and responsibility on players to make sure that they themselves act like they were in the middle of an event. They themselves act like a playoff, and it's not that easy, and it's definitely a challenge the team have to cope with and deal with.